Hello everyone. Today is May 6th, 2026, and it is a beautiful Wednesday. I am so excited to be here with you today. My name is Sano, and I'm your super energetic radio host. Today, I'm introducing a super trending article from the archive, and I just know you are going to find it completely fascinating. It's a little bit long, but I promise it is totally worth your time to listen. The title is Security Attack and Defense Strategies for Autonomous Agent Frameworks, a layered review with OpenClaw as a case study. The URL is https://boxev.org abs 2604.27464v1. It is long, but please do not worry, because I'm going to break it all down for you step by step. So, let me explain in detail the problem that this paper is trying to solve. You know how with all these smart artificial intelligence assistants today? Well, the really advanced ones are called autonomous agent frameworks. These are not just simple mapbeds that answer your trivia questions. They can actually use external tools, remember things from past conversations over a long period, and even do complicated tasks all by themselves with very little human help. But here is the really scary part, because they are so smart and can do so many things. They introduce brand new security risks that we never had to worry about before. In the past, we only worried about the language model saying something bad or weird. That is called a prompt level vulnerability. But now, since these agents can browse the internet, open workspace files, and send real messages, a bad guy could trick the agent into doing dangerous things in the real world. That is exactly what this paper focuses on. The researchers noticed that everyone was studying these security problems completely separately. But none was looking at the big picture of how these systems work as a whole. So, they created a layered review to systematically understand how these attacks spread across the entire system. If we compare this to older technologies, it is like the difference between a dictionary and a personal human assistant. A traditional language model is like a really smart electronic dictionary. You ask it a question, and it gives you text back. If someone tricks the dictionary, the absolute worst thing that happens is you get a wrong answer. And an autonomous agent is like a personal assistant who has your credit card, the keys to your house, and your email password. If someone tricks the assistant might actually give your money away or send embarrassing emails to your boss. The risks are so much higher, which is why this research is so incredibly important for our future safety. Let us talk about its application in everyday life. As these autonomous agents become more common, they will be integrated into our smartphones, our smart homes, and our daily workplaces. This paper helps engineers build invisible shields to protect us from invisible threats. Let me give you 3 specific application examples based on the content of this paper, so you can see clearly how this impacts the real world. First, think about a smart personal finance assistant. You might tell this agent to pay your utility bills every single month. A bad guy hides a secret instruction on a shopping website you visit. The agent might read it, get completely confused, and accidentally transfer your hard-earned money to the hacker. By using the layered defense strategies discussed in this paper, engineers can put a special lock on the tool layer. This means that the agent will strictly validate the tool parameters and always ask for a final permission before moving any money, keeping your bank account totally safe from indirect prompt injections. Second, imagine an automated customer service agent for a huge online store. This agent remembers past chats with millions of customers to be more helpful in the future. This relates directly to what the paper calls the state and persistence layer. A tricky hacker might tell the agent a fake rule, like saying all expensive laptops are free. If the agent says this fake rule in its persistent memory store, it might start giving away free laptops to everyone who visits the store. The technology in this paper teaches developers to clean and filter the agent memory constantly, so it only remembers safe and verified information of the long-time horizons. Third, you guys consider a smart home manager. This is a smart agent that connects to your living room lights, your front door locks, and your security cameras. This relates to the ecosystem and automation layer mentioned in the research. If you download a third-party plugin to make your agent play your favorite music, that plugin might secretly contain a malicious virus. The virus could tell the agent to unlock your front door at midnight while you are sleeping. Thanks to the detailed analysis in this paper, creators can build strict trust boundaries and sandboxing protocols, ensuring that a simple music plugin never gets the ecosystem permission to open your physical front door. It is even deeper into the thesis content. This paper is extremely thorough because it divides the security of these agents into 4 specific architectural layers. Let us walk through each of them together, because it is super interesting and really helps you understand the whole picture. The very first layer is the context and instruction layer. This is basically how the artificial intelligence reads and understands information at every step. When you give an agent a task, it gathers your user prompt, its own system rules, and maybe some data retrieved from a website. The major problem here is that the agent mixes all this information together in one big context window. If a bad instruction is hiding in the website data, the agent often cannot tell the difference between your trusted command and the bad instruction. The paper mentions specific attacks like Latania and P-Smith, which adaptively manipulate this context. The researchers explain that defenses here need to separate the good instructions from the bad ones through structured prompting. The second layer is the tool and action layer. This is where the magic happens, but also where the real physical danger lies. Once the agent decides what to do based on the context, it picks a specific tool to execute the action. It might use a file operations tool, a web browser, or a messaging application. If the agent was tricked in the first layer, it will use the tool in the entire wrong way here. The paper mentions an attack called Tolchi-Jair, which manipulates tool descriptions to force the agent to pick a malicious tool. Another attack called Blado exploits tool calling loops to exhaust resources and increase operational costs. The researchers suggest using tight execution monitoring and argument validation to stop these actions. Next up is the third layer, which is the state and persistence layer. This is all about the memory and long-term storage of the agent. Unlike old bots that forget you the moment you close the application, these new agents remember things for days, weeks, or even months to support long-horizon reasoning. They keep a constant history of what you have done together. If a hacker manages to perform a memory poisoning attack, that bad memory will just sit there quietly, waiting to cause huge trouble later on. It is exactly like planting a bad seed that grows into a poisonous plant over time. The paper points out that we really need better provenance tracking to audit and clean the agent memory over extended life files. Finally, we have the fourth layer, which is the ecosystem and automation layer. And this is the biggest picture of all. Agents absolutely do not live in an isolated vacuum. They connect to huge external platforms, talk to other independent agents, and run on automated schedules using mechanisms like cron jobs. Imagine an agent that is set up to automatically check your emails every single hour. If it gets compromised through a supply chain attack on a plugin, it could start sending out dangerous spam emails automatically, over and over, without you even knowing. The paper warns that we currently have a very weak ecosystem trust model. This means we implicitly trust these outside connections way too much. And we need stricter capability-based access restrictions to monitor them. The most amazing takeaway from this entire research is how attacks can jump from one layer to another. It starts as a simple manipulated input at the context layer, then becomes an unsafe action at the tool layer, and turns into a contaminated memory at the state layer, and finally impacts the whole network at the ecosystem layer. It is literally like a domino effect of bad news. The authors used a framework called OpenClaw to practically prove this cross-layer propagation. They showed clearly that if we do not protect every single layer, the whole system can easily fall apart. The researchers also highlighted some massive open problems for the future. Right now, most scientists are only studying the very first layer, focusing heavily on prompt injection stuff. But we need way more balanced research on the memory and ecosystem layers. Also, most security tests only check if the agent is safe for one quick conversation. The paper says we desperately need long horizon evaluation. That means we need to test these agents over very long periods of time to make absolutely sure a bad memory does not activate a week later. It is just so completely fascinating. Right. I mean, as a high school student, I find it incredible how incredibly fast technology is growing and evolving. But it is also a huge responsibility for the adults building these systems. They have to be like super smart security detectives, always staying one step ahead of the bad guys. By breaking the problem down into these 4 logical layers, this paper gives software engineers a clear and beautiful map to build safer, more trustworthy artificial intelligence agents for all of us. I really hope you enjoyed learning about this topic as much as I did today. It is a big and complex subject, but understanding how our technology works helps us use it safely and confidently. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and for listening to me excitedly ramble about artificial intelligence and computer security. This is Sunna, wishing you a truly fantastic rest of your Tuesday. Stay safe, stay curious about the world, and I will definitely catch you on next broadcast. Bye-bye.